We got a bunch of thumbs down. Already people are complaining. I've been back for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, and people are already complaining on Kick. How about this? How about you kiss my fucking ass and stop being whiny bitches like you are and just sit back and shut the fuck up because you're on my stream, bitches, and I'm back and I'm in large and I'm in charge and you can fucking deal with it. You can shut those thumbs down and you can go like this right up your fucking rectum. That's how much I care about you.
Here's Phil to tell you more.
Here we go. I got a $2 tip. Here's the first I've heard of any of this. Thoughts on Doody sending people to snap pictures of your porch and various packages. The man is 50. He's on vacation and he spent the entire week obsessing over you while ignoring his family. Insane. I believe that latter half, the first half is not true. No one was here snapping pictures of my porch. That did not happen. This entire vortex around me is just that. Around me and dependent upon me. And to what I'm being told and from what I'm understanding, all right, this week, because I was not here streaming and making content for them to steal, lie about, and regurgitate is toxic, they literally had nothing to do. And they were losing their fucking minds. Like they were completely stir crazy. Wrong, moron! They didn't know what to say, they have no original content. So they had to like really go out on a limb in order to try to find things to talk about. And essentially their viewership was monstrously down. Some of them actually gave up and stopped making content for the time being. Like they just had nothing to do because I was not here. And that's the point I've been making. That in a court of law is the evidence you need to prove that someone is a thief and breaking the law, because you understand that if they actually had content of their own, then they would have kept making it. But they didn't. They waited for me to come back to start stealing again. So in a court of law, I now have an actual week on record where their views are recorded, their content uploads behavior is recorded. I have everything I need. I'm good.
What the shit?
Oh, and I will say one more thing before we move forward. As of today, officially, there are parties involved documenting all of that. Who's doing what, how often they're doing it, how much they're doing it, when they're doing it, what they're actually doing. Like, are you actually rebroadcasting me fully? Are you just clipping and editing and doing transformative work?
Yes.
All of that is being documented as of today, formally. I'm going to have everything I need in the future. So if you're out there and you think you've had the gravy train all this time and, oh, it's all been free and clear, as of today, I'm giving you official notice publicly. I'm sure this will be clipped. Everything is now being documented for the future. So I hope that if you're someone who actually steals my content illegally and benefits from it financially, that you have like a backup. Because pretty soon, everything you're doing is going to either come to an end or be mine and I'm going to own it. Okay? If you pay for your house right now, your mortgage, with money that you make because you steal my content every day, well, pretty soon you're not going to have that money anymore. And in fact, all the money that you've made is going to be mine. You understand? So I'm just saying, now might be a good time to like go get a job and get some job applications out there. Maybe go, sing some fries or maybe Uber driver or something, something like that. Now might be the time to dip your toe into the lake of something else, because the days of milk and honey for you are coming to an end. Everything is now being recorded and you've gotten fair notice now, just so you know.
Oh my God.
So anyone else from this moment on who continues to do that behavior, that illegal behavior, you already knew that this was happening. You have no one to blame but yourself. I've given you fair public notice. Fair enough? I do apologize to anyone who I might have worried, but you have to understand something. As you know, I have this
Vortex of literal losers around me.
They feed off of me. They need me to be relevant. And therefore, I had to not say anything during the time that I was going to be away for protection, for personal reasons. You know what I mean? Like if I just started talking publicly about this hard stuff I'm going through, immediately you would have these people trying to interfere with it. And it's sad. But already they've tried to interfere with my bankruptcy hearing 5 years ago, which is completely illegal. They've completely impersonated other people and tried to do identity theft and have successfully stolen my identity on multiple occasions. They actually got employed at Comcast and reset my modem and changed my modem settings. I mean, that's only a few of the insane things they've done. Can you imagine the links they would go to so that they can say that they have some kind of an effect on my life? And quite frankly, this week I just didn't fucking need it. I did the way that I did it on purpose, and it worked absolutely flawlessly. There was absolutely no interference whatsoever in my personal life this week, thankfully, and that's a good thing. If anyone does want to actually live rebroadcast me and does not want to actually suffer legal ramifications down the line, because if you don't get permission from me, you will, you can contact me and we can talk about it. Maybe we can work out a licensing fee. Where I say you can live rebroadcast me on a daily basis as long as there's a contribution or an agreement or something in place. Because if you're going to use my content live before I have a chance to even get it on the internet and monetize it, then I need to receive compensation for that.
Fuck that, Phil. You are a dirty, rotten liar.
So if you're someone who regularly does that and you don't want to get sued into oblivion down the line, you should probably contact me now and work something out. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back with open arms and open hearts and open wallets. Basically, this last week was no picnic for me at all. It was probably one of the darkest, most emotionally wrenching times of my life. Okay. I had absolutely zero enjoyment. And, that's that. Now, I'm well aware that so many people on the internet stalk me. And again, because the only reason they have content is because they steal mine. If I'm not here, they go crazy trying to stalk me and figure out what I've been up to and where I am and all of that. I am pleased to say, very pleased to say,
They have absolutely no clue what I've been doing.
I never fathomed that these idiots would get information or you know what I'm saying, or pry into my personal stuff. They were not able to do so this time, for the first time probably ever, right? That's amazing. Did I ever think that because I went through a bankruptcy that this was going to result in me having years of harassment, identity theft, money stolen, bank accounts, being accessed from unauthorized parties and all kinds of shit? Of course I didn't. Of course I never thought that would happen, but it did. I 100% kept my lips zipped, and it worked. So there's a lot of great things in my life as a result of this. But at the same time, because this nonstop leeching, this sucking parasites on me, they're reliant on me when I'm not here, that they're going to go crazy. So I hope you have to understand why I couldn't say anything at all. I had to keep my lips zipped completely. I had to lie. I knew I had to hide it 100%, because God forbid I let something slip that then they would be able to find stuff out. They would try to ruin my life, mess with me and everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. If they knew that I wasn't going to be streaming this week, they would have been fucking with me nonstop, right? They would have tried a million different stupid things. And not to say that they didn't. There were a few things that were attempted, but because I kept my lips zipped, they were completely unsuccessful. Well, are you going to tell us everything that happened this week? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's my life, and I have a right to privacy. I have a right to have a private life. But just because I share a public face to you every day on a stream where I make content and we play games and we hang out, does not mean that I also owe you an explanation for everything else that goes on in my private life. Therefore, I don't have to tell you anything, nor should I be expected to, nor should there be a demand for that. And I hope that that many of you will understand that. If you don't, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that you seek counseling soon. Because if you actually think that because someone on the internet streams, that they owe you full transparency of everything that they ever have done, you are actually mentally deficient from being a normal human, and you need to go speak to a professional for help right now. and I'm speaking directly to my detractors right now,
You're all mentally fucking deficient, and you do need to seek help.
because number one, you're breaking the law, and number two, you're ruining your life and the lives of everyone around you with your actions. You're sick. You're toxic people. And I know that you would have probably tried to hurt me and or everyone around me if I had given any information out at all about what I've been up to this last week. Because the thing is, these idiots also would say, let's say, for example, I decided to tell you some information about what I've been up to. You know what would happen immediately? Oh, he's looking for a sob story so that people will come and support him because of this. What? He is a horrible person because he's using this as ammo to try to raise money. No, I'm not. Not at all. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about what happened because it has nothing to do with this. That's what's actually angering people. That unlike previous where, there was a few months there where I was getting tons of support because I was associated with another group. Well, I'm not associated with that group anymore, but I'm still making the same amount. And that's driving people nuts. They can't take that because, wait a minute, he's earning a good living on his own merits, but we were always of the impression, our narrative was always that he couldn't do that. So how is it possible, right? Because people actually like the content, because people like me. Unlike you, because when I was gone, your content was dead. No one cared about you when I was gone because they're not watching for you. They're watching for me. Don't you get it, Leech? Don't you get it, Parasite? I'm the content. That's why I'm entitled to everything you get out of it. And I will have it someday. That's how they are. They're mentally ill people. These are not normal thinking people. They're broken in the head. I would go as far to say they're all of the like mind, and they reached out to each other and found themselves on the internet because they're so broken. They had to find other people that were broken to feel normal. And they've actually created this community of mentally deficient, ill people. That's not good at all, because that's how cults begin. Do you understand?
How do you think the people who drink the Kool-Aid, how that started? Because they were all fucking nuts and they all found each other.
What is that?
And that's how these people operate now. They do it anonymously on the internet. It's dangerous shit. So that's why I literally can't tell you a word, but they are all directly dependent on me. Without me, they dry up in the hot sun like a weed with no water. They have absolutely nothing to do. They become irrelevant. Get it? And the fact that they are irrelevant without stealing my content proves in a court of law that I own their content. Get it? But that's for another day.
Hint, hint. So, hint, hint. So, hint, hint.